And welcome back. It's still Wakanda forever, always. This is Keith.
And this is Chris.
And today we are reviewing the beloved Clue, 1985. I think that's when it was made. As a part of our mystery series.
Oh, is it?
I don't know.
What was it?
We did Knives Out. Now we're doing Clue. What else should we do?
Well, at some point, I'd like to do that Glass Onion.
Oh, we're definitely doing it.
Because I know that's not coming on Netflix until 3 weeks.
We're definitely doing Glass Onion.
Oh, yeah. I mean, because you've already seen it. I have not.
Listen.
So it'll be just like the first. It'll be just like when we did Knives Out. When you already knew it, what was coming, and knew I was going to love it. And I was a bright-eyed, bushy-tailed youth.
Damn right.
Of 2 years ago who had no idea how good life could be.
Damn right.
Without evil Chris Evans and Charles Dance. It wasn't Charles Dance.
Hilarious.
That's for all you faithful listeners out there.
Fair. That is fair. Yeah. Spoiler alert, no Charles Dance this time.
No Charles Dance, no Michael Shannon, no oh, okay. Well.
Oh, I didn't. No, that was nothing.
You didn't say anything.
That wasn't to you.
Gesture,
that wasn't to you. That wasn't to anybody. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not saying anything about the movie. I'm not giving you a thing because it was good.
I'm not even going to confirm that Daniel Craig's in it.
No clue. Who's that?
No idea. Compels me though.
Honestly, I can't. I remember it, but I don't. Because honestly, until you mentioned it, I totally forgot about it. So good.
Nice.
But yeah, I think you're gonna love it. It was so good. It was so good. But I was so surprised when my fiance was like, "You want to see it?" I was like, "What? Yes, I do. Yeah, let's do it."
Absolutely, I do.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we had to sit by people. That was the worst part.
That's always the worst part about the movie is everyone else at the movie, honestly.
It's terrible. But yeah, here's the thing. So I love a classic whodunit. Okay. So Clue, we didn't have Clue growing up.
The game?
Mm-hmm. But we did have a game called Whodunit.
Oh.
There's a game called Whodunit, an old game called Whodunit.
Okay.
I think it was just like a basic Clue game, but it was called Whodunit. I don't know which one was older, to be fair, but I think Clue is super old. But Whodunit, this game was old. Like the games that we played, because it was my parents, they were old as shit. Like we had fucking Parcheesi, we had Whodunit, we had Monopoly, old school Monopoly, all our shit was old.
You didn't even have a car in it.
Didn't
That's
even.
how old it was.
We had Yahtzee.
Hey.
We were doing shit with pencils and pads and shit. We didn't have no batteries for none of this shit. We had Uno, a regular Uno.
Hey, not all these fancy schmancy Unos that you got nowadays.
We couldn't write shit on shit. There was no writing your own cards or nothing.
They got this new Uno where it's a Marvel Uno where you choose
who dies,
who to be. You can be Thor, Iron Man, or two other characters, I think, Black Panther and maybe somebody else. And each one of them has their own special cards that they use and shit. Uno used to be simple, even though apparently no one ever played it right, supposedly, according to the rules that they like to say that they've made up. Something happened that made Uno complicated, and I don't know what it was.
Yeah, there's they got a card they're a new Uno, not even new, but the one that we have upstairs. There's a blank card where you can write in your own thing.
It just says I win.
Stupid. I'm bro, I don't want to make up my own rules.
No, I don't want.
You're the card game.
I don't want that kind of power.
No,
I don't want that kind of responsibility.
I don't want anybody to have that.
No. What if you put a card in the game that makes it too easy, too hard? Then you ruin the game.
Yeah. Then
you've spoiled it. You've ruined the game, Keith.
Same.
Then it's over.
Yeah, literally. By now, Beatrice Bourbon. That was a misdirection.
That was a misdirection.
But no, we had Whodunit. I loved it. And so it was just like Clue. So when actually me and my fiance and my son, we always play Clue all the time, and I love Clue. Clue is just such a good game.
I never win at Clue. I think I don't pay close enough attention to everyone else.
I be trying too much. I be like trying to get all the clues. Like I want to get like, and then all of a sudden somebody else is like, I got it. I'm like, I'm almost there. I need one more. And they be like, I got it. I'm like, fuck. All right.
I mean, it might be that, they got lucky or that they happen to have, not
bullshit.
have the card that you did or something. Yeah.
Bullshit. If you ask me, I be cheating.
Or sometimes people just guess well. I don't know.
Yeah, bullshit.
I'm not good at that.
When I guess, I don't guess. I be right.
First turn. Accusation.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
You did it, bitch.
Yep. I saw the cards. It was me.
But it's funny because we were playing Clue and I hadn't seen the movie. And then Chris smartly was like, you should watch a movie. And I watched the movie. It's probably about 2 years now. I think during the pandemic. But we're still in it. But I think during the quarantine, I think I watched it. And it was so funny.
Yeah.
So naturally, we decided to watch it 2 years later. And
some of these things take time.
We
had a lot in the hopper. We had a lot of things going on, a lot of ins, a lot of outs.
A lot of things to do.
Yeah.
We had to wait for Black Panther 2 to come out, and now here we are. So
yeah.
Anyway, with that being said, slushies today. Strawberry lemonade. Delicious.
Always good.
If I may say so myself, it is pretty good.
You may.
I am. They're really good, actually. Let's see. What else? I say we get right to it.
All right.
Pause for dramatic effect. Thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers. Need some likes. Welcome back to us. Let's get started with the cast of Clue 1980 something with young Chris.
All right. Now, I was supposed to do the cast for this movie, but instead I'm going to sing word for word Trapped in the Drive-Thru by Weird Al. No, I'm not going to do that. It's like 10 minutes, and we don't have time for that. There's no time. That's the only reason.
Is it 10 minutes? I thought it was like 15 minutes.
It's somewhere in there.
I love that song.
I had it on today when I was taking a shower. I love this song so much.
I mean, if out of all his songs, is that your favorite? No, you told me your favorite. It's one of his older songs.
Yeah, it's not. Like, that's high on the list. I really like Dare to Be Stupid.
That wasn't one.
I really like The Saga Begins. It's classic.
Yeah, that wasn't it either.
Fat is great.
Fat is so good.
Eat It. Hilarious.
Eat It's good too.
Like a Surgeon. Hilarious. Another one, Rides the Bus.
Not a big fan of the Madonna stuff.
No? Fair.
Or Alanis Morissette stuff.
What? Alanis Morissette.
Is that not? Oh, you said another one, Rides the Bus. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, who is she? What does she sing? If God Was One of Us. Is that Alanis Morissette?
I have no idea.
Oh.
I don't know.
Doesn't he do a song like that? If God Was One of Us?
I don't know. He's done a lot of stuff.
Was one of us. Doesn't he do a song like that?
I don't know.
Either way, I don't like it.
I don't know what I would have told you was my favorite Rihanna
I thought
song.
it was something older. I thought it was like an 80s one. Like not 80s, but like a 80-ish song. Maybe a 90-ish song. I don't know. I will say, though, I think A Saga Begins is one of my favorites. If it's not that, it's Amish Paradise. or Trapped in the Drive-Thru.
Trapped in the Drive-Thru is great.
One of those three.
Amish Paradise is great. White and Nerdy is great.
I used to like that, then I stopped liking it.
No, that's fair.
I used to like All About the Pentiums, and then I stopped liking that too.
I don't think I'm as familiar with that one. Like, I know there's some of the songs that I really haven't heard.
Really?
Yeah.
All About the Pentiums is All About the Benjamins, Puff Daddy. And then it was like 2000s. So it was All About the Pentiums, like the computer chip thing. It was stupid. It was stupid.
It's all stupid, and I love it.
It's not all stupid, but it is all stupid.
No, but like all of his stuff, I mean, it's like you could say it's stupid, and I wouldn't disagree with you, but also he's a fucking genius and possibly the greatest performer of this or any generation.
I will agree he is a genius. I will agree with that. Because, come on.
Yeah.
His songs are great.
Did you watch the movie that they did?
I'm not going to watch it.
It's so good.
I know you said you were watching it. I was like,
it was hilarious. It was, of course, it was like a spoof movie. It was great.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It wasn't like a biography. It was like a fake biography. Daniel Radcliffe plays him like he's in his dorm room with his buddies, and he's like, "What do you want to do, man? Like, what do you really want to do with your life?" He's like, "I want to sing different lyrics to songs that already exist." And you're like, "Do that, man. Just do it." And he's like, "I don't have any ideas. Like, I just haven't had this inspiration yet." And then he's like, "I'm just going to go make a sandwich." Opens up the fridge, and one of his buddies is like, "Hey, you make me a sandwich?" I just open up a pack of My Bologna, and My Sharona is like playing on the radio in the background, and like he has this moment, and he looks at it and he goes, and like he like goes through other fucking planet. It's amazing.
No, I'm really not.
He dies at the end of it. He starts dating, but Madonna starts dating him so that he will parody one of her songs, so that she will rise to the top of the charts, and she gets him killed by Pablo Escobar, the notorious drug kingpin.
Yeah,
hilarious. Weird Al himself is in it. He plays a record executive. His dad beats to death a door-to-door accordion salesman for trying to sell an accordion to his son.
And of course, he plays
right in front of him. He beats the shit out of him, like beats him to death, and it's hilarious.
And Weird Al plays the accordion, of course.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He like his mom finds like Hawaiian shirts in his room. He's like, "What's going on with my son?" It's amazing. It's fucking amazing.
I fucking hate Weird Al. See, that's the thing. I like in one breath, I'm like, he's a genius. I'm like, he's so fucking stupid.
Yes.
But the Fat video is the best video I've ever seen in my life. It's so good. Also, Amish Paradise video, great video, great fucking video. It's just amazing. Trapped in the cartoon, Trapped in
because it's all animated. Wild,
hilarious. When he's like, he looked at me, I'm like, sorry, I zoned out again. The best. It's so good.
It's amazing.
Anyway.
Yeah, anywho, the cast of Clue.
You did this.
I know, this is my fault. This is my fault.
It's okay. I love it.
Okay, so first up, not whoever they want me to say first, Tim Curry. Because I'll get to her. She's not even that good. Tim Curry as Wadsworth / the Butler / spoiler alert, Mr. Body. Which we don't find out till the end of the movie. But it came out in like fucking 85, so, you know, you had your chances. Madeline Kahn as Mrs. White. Young Christopher Lloyd, Judge Doom. Doc Brown as Professor Plum. What?
I literally was like, oh, we should watch that. We did.
What, Roger Rabbit?
Yeah.
It was like the second movie we did, wasn't it?
I was like, oh, we should watch that. We did.
Yeah.
We've been doing this far too long.
I thought you were going to say Back to the Future because we still haven't done those.
We should watch it. For sure.
Michael McKean as Mr. Green. Hilarious. Martin Mull, old Gene Parmesan as Colonel Mustard. Hilarious. Leslie Ann Warren, Miss Scarlet. Also hilarious. And then Eileen Brennan as Mrs. Peacock. She was pretty funny too, actually, but she's listed before Tim Curry, and that is a crime. Tim Curry is this movie. Sorry. Then we have Colleen Camp as Yvette, Lee Ving as Mr. Body. That's not really who he is. Bill Henderson as the cop. Jane Wiedlin as the singing telegram girl. Jeffrey Kramer as the motorist. Kelly Nakahara as the cook. and then after that, there's like 3 other people in the movie. So why not? Will Nye, not Bill Nye, as cop number 1. Rick Goldman as cop number 2. Don Camp as cop number 3, and then Howard Hesseman as the chief. His name sounds super familiar to me. And I don't think I've seen him in anything, because I didn't really watch the Police Academy movies. I didn't watch WKRP in Cincinnati. I didn't watch that. I'm not fucking a million years old.
That's how I know him. I used to watch WKRP in Cincinnati.
Oh, okay.
With my dad. Yeah. He used to wear glass, like kind of like Ringo glasses, because he was like one of the high guys, you know. If that's, I don't know if that should call him like a hippie. He was, because his name was Dr. Fever. I just saw his name on there, Dr. Johnny Fever, on the show.
Oh, is that why they called him a beatnik and slammed the door on his face in this one? Was that like a little
That could
like a little
be.
nod to that?
A little wink, wink. That's actually could be it. Actually,
That's kind of hilarious. That is it for the cast. That is literally everyone who was in this movie. We usually don't do this. I usually don't do that, but this movie had like 15 people in it.
fair.
So,
100%.
but you know, the main ones: Tim Curry, Madeline Kahn, Christopher Lloyd, Michael McKean, Gene Parmesan, and the rest.
Fair.
But that is it for the cast of the cinematic masterpiece, Clue, 1985. And over to Keith for the plot of Clue.
Okay. The plot. Let's see. So, Clue, it's based off the board game. And it's a classic whodunit. Literally, the classic-ist of the whodunits, as far as I know. Basically, the butler, who is Tim Curry, what's his name? Wadsworth. He gets everybody together. He gets all the characters of the Clue game together because they are getting blackmailed by Mr. Body, and they have to kill Mr. Body. Wait, is that it? Yeah, they have to kill Mr. Body. Wait, do they have to kill him? Does Wadsworth say they have to kill him?
Yeah, his plan was for them to... He was blackmailing everybody, and the cops were coming. Their plan was to... No, not kill him, because he ended up dead, and they wanted that.
Yeah, they didn't want to kill him.
Wadsworth's plan was for like him to be there and then just be exposed.
Yeah, but then Mr. Body was like, or we can kill Wadsworth.
Yeah, or you can kill him, and then... Because he's the one you want.
Yeah.
Even though it eventually turned out that he is.
Yeah, then it turns out, yeah.
In a classic twist.
In a classic
M. Night
whodunit
Shyamalan
twist. Ooh.
Could never.
Well, he did a couple times.
Yeah. Did he make like 3 different endings to all his movies?
Probably.
And show them all to you and be like, well, here's what could have happened.
No.
Because it did in this one.
We'll talk about that. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, so, I mean, basically, that's it. And then there's just wacky hijinks after that, honestly.
So many hijinks.
It's a comedy movie. It's a mystery movie. It's a whodunit movie. It's a murder mystery movie. It's a, just crazy shit happening.
What more could you want?
Basically. Nothing. Nothing more. Nothing less. Yeah, it was good. But that's it. That's the plot. Let's get into some likes.
Let's do it.
You go first.
Okay. Well, it goes without saying. Tim
Clue.
Curry. Yeah. The board game. Clue started out the proud tradition of movies based on board games, which they would eventually carry up with Battleship in whatever the fuck year that stupid ass movie came out. No, not.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't see that shit. No.
Wait, are there other movies based on board games?
I don't know.
Jumanji?
One.
Or is that a board game based on a movie?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes?
Wait, are there other movies based on board games?
No, not that I know of.
Candyland?
Not until I was just gonna say, not until I get that Candyland script off the ground.
Oh, there's a Candyland movie.
Wink. Shoots and ladders.
Yeah,
They built the whole universe. Those Parker brothers.
I've seen Shoots and Ladders.
Move over, Russo brothers. It's the Parker brothers' time to shine. You can get the guy from Operation and some post-credit scenes, set him up for his own movie.
Awesome.
Get some of the people from Guess Who out there.
All these movies have been made. They're just in the back of the movie theater. They're at that movie theater downtown with the blacked out windows.
Connect Four, they'll be in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Little tic-tac-toe.
yeah. It's gonna be a multi-parter. It's a saga.
I was gonna say something wild. I'll say it.
Oh no.
What part of town? What part of town you gotta go to play Chinese checkers?
Oh my god. Actually, no. They did make a Connect Four movie. Human Centipede. Ayo. Just thought of that.
I like it. That's a good shit. That's a good shit.
Just thought of that.
Anywho.
But seriously though, my first like is Tim Curry.
Obviously.
Because he's great. He's the first person you see in the movie, and he's hilarious. He does the most of anyone in this movie, because by the end of it, he's literally running around the fucking mansion, like, and then this happened, and then this happened, and he's like fucking acting shit out and slapping Miss Scarlet, or not Miss Scarlet, slapping Miss Peacock because she has it coming, and he is the heart and soul of this fucking movie.
I agree.
And why wouldn't you love him?
I mean, he starts off stepping in dog shit.
And then everyone's like the next 10 minutes, everyone's like sniffing around him every time he leaves the room. Hilarious.
Like, I thought the dogs were going to be more important in this movie, and they had nothing to do with this movie.
Nope.
When I first saw it, I was like, okay, I'm watching. Like, I'm trying to solve the murder when I first watched it. I was like, okay. I'm taking notes.
The dogs did it. Got it.
I'm like, okay. They're going to eat somebody. Obviously, there's going to be like an arm. And nope, nothing. I'm like, obviously, he's going to trace some shit around. Nope, nothing. Okay, well, fuck it. I was like, all right, dogs mean nothing.
Just comedy.
Yeah, just literally, just comedy.
And to keep the guy in the house, even though that was a different dog.
Yeah, that was a
completely different type of dog.
Totally different, yeah. Like, the rain kept the other dogs in the fucking doghouse.
Not that one.
Fucking stupid. No, Tim Curry was amazing. He was funny as shit, too.
Always great.
He was like, oh, you guys know each other, obviously. It's fucking stupid. I love Tim Curry. He's funny, though.
Yes.
He is hilarious.
Like, I haven't seen a ton of stuff that he's been in. I mean, obviously, Home Alone 2.
Obviously.
And I've seen Rocky Horror Picture Show, but not, like, often enough or recently enough to be like, oh, it's one of his best movies. I'm not familiar with it that way, but I know that's, like, everybody knows him from being in that. But I really, honestly, couldn't tell you too many other things that I've seen him in. But the things I have seen him in, he's great.
To be fair, I've seen it. Scared the shit out of me when I was a kid.
Didn't see that.
Never seen it again. So he could have been great. I mean, he was great enough to scare the shit out of me.
There you go.
Seen him in this recently, and seen him in
recently
Home Alone 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's great.
Yeah.
So I guess if I'm being honest, I've only seen him in Home Alone 2.
Yeah. Quality over quantity.
And I thought he was amazing in Home Alone 2.
Yeah.
So
I love you. Classic.
Facts. 100%. But yeah, Tim Curry was also my first like.
Nice.
Oh, my first like?
Yeah.
My next like? My next like was Christopher Lloyd.
There we go.
He was Professor Plum.
Mm-hmm.
And it's Christopher Lloyd. It's Christopher Lloyd. He's fucking Christopher Lloyd. He was the page master. He was.
Oh shit! I haven't seen that movie like since I was a And a literal child.
Every time I bring it up, every time I bring Christopher Lloyd up, I say he's a page master. You're like, what?
I've literally not seen that movie in over 20 years.
He was a page master. He was in Camp Nowhere. He was in Back to the Future 1, 2, and 3. He was just in a video where he was hugging Michael J. Fox. Loved it. It was an amazing photo. He didn't seem like he wanted to be there though, but I loved it anyway.
Most recent thing I saw him in was Nobody.
Yeah, you said that he was like the dad or something.
Yeah, he was Bob Odenkirk's dad.
Yeah, nice. Still getting those paychecks.
Yeah.
He was in Addams Family Values. You know, Wednesday just came out, so listen, go watch Addams Family. He was great as Uncle Fester. I mean, that's the only reason why I watch Addams Family Values.
What's for Christopher Lloyd?
And Raul Julia.
There it is. And M. Bison.
That's the only reason. Because here's the thing. I was like, oh, Christopher Lloyd, I'm there. And then I was like, oh, this guy's cool too. And then I was like, this guy's a Street Fighter? I was like, this is amazing. I'm like, this is great. And then I was like, oh, wait. This guy from Street Fighter is in this movie called Time Cop. And I watched John-Claude Van Damme. And I'm like, yes, Time Cop. And then this guy from Time Cop, he's also in this movie called Double Trouble with Dennis Rodman, who's I like basketball. I was like, this is great. This is all because of Christopher Lloyd.
Nice.
Maybe. I don't know. That's right now.
He's doing a service to some of these actors then.
All these movies probably came out before I even knew Christopher Lloyd was. I don't know. But yeah, Christopher Lloyd, I mean, he was funny. He pulled up in the rain as Miss Scarlett was bending over because who doesn't like a skinny broad in the rain with no butt, you know, bending over in need of a mechanic.
If they remake this movie, it'll be Margot Robbie.
Same. With a bat sticking out of her butt. Something. A mallet coming out of nowhere.
Beats a gun.
That made me so mad just now. I don't know why.
It made me upset that was the first movie that showed up when you open Amazon Video.
What? Oh, Birds of
Prey.
No, it was because I bought it when we watched it. I bought that. So I thought I bought Clue the last time I watched it.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It was fine. I really don't like renting them because honestly I think renting it and buying it was the same price at the time, so I think I just bought it. It's like whatever. I really don't like renting movies, except for like this. Like Clue was like $2.99 or $14.99. I'm like, I don't want to spend $14.
Yeah, like well, there's a clear winner there.
Yeah, so like I bought Batman Dark Knight Rises because that was on there. It's worth it. It's one of my favorite Batmans.
There you go.
And then he was looking down the vet's shirt the entire fucking night.
Everybody was. And he was
fair.
all.
Well, except for
he spent most of that movie in between.
Oh, for sure. But yeah, Christopher Lloyd.
Agreed.
Love him.
Hilarious because it's Christopher Lloyd. He was Judge Doom in fucking Roger Rabbit, and I love it. And this is probably the most subdued role I've seen him in. And he's not just like a fucking wacko or like a crazy dude.
Fair.
He's just a, disbarred doctor who banged one of his patients, apparently. And now works in a cushy government
very
job.
young patient, by the way. I just want to throw that out there.
Maybe she just looked young. I don't know.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Singing
Till
Telegram.
I can still like him.
Yeah. It's just a character.
Yeah, okay. Can I just say I was looking up Tim Curry's whatever. He did the voice of Chancellor Palpatine in the Clone Wars.
Good man.
Same. That's what I was thinking too.
I know he's done some other voice work. Like, wasn't he in like Fern Gully or some shit?
He definitely was in Fern Gully.
He wasn't he like
and
the
I knew
poison,
that.
like the whatever the fuck, the
Yeah,
smoke
the
monster,
fucking ooze.
not the one from Lost, the one that made sense.
Lost. Oh yeah, that's hilarious.
But no,
Yes, he was definitely the like the black sludge. Yes, I did know that because I like that movie better than Avatar.
Because it's the same fucking
Avatar didn't have fucking Robin Williams either.
It
so.
didn't have Robin Williams as a fucking bat.
Yup.
That movie was so good.
But no. Christopher Lloyd was hilarious. He was just great. I don't know. Like, he wasn't over the top and wacky like in a lot of his other roles. But he was good. I liked him a lot. When they gave everybody the weapons, they gave him a gun, and I was like, is he the one that needs it the most? Because like they gave Gene Parmesan a wrench.
Yep.
Like you put them in a room, it still might be Gene Parmesan walking out of that room. So
Facts, 100%.
you had to give him that gun. but yeah, I agree. He was great. What?
I'm sorry. I'm still looking at Tim Curry.
What else has he done? What else?
He was in all the episodes of The Wild Thornberrys. He was Nigel Thornberry.
Oh, he was the dad.
He was the dad.
Okay, see, I didn't really watch that show because
I didn't either, and I didn't know
that's hilarious.
I didn't know it was a spinoff of the Rugrats movie. Or the Rugrats.
I know.
Movie.
I thought they did like a crossover movie at one point.
Or maybe that's what it was. Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Rugrats Go Wild. Okay. Yeah. Interesting.
That's hilarious.
Good for him. Now, I knew he was in Scary Movie 2.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he was in. Yeah. Yeah, it's because I was just trying to think. I was like, man, what was he in that I've watched? I knew he was in Charlie's Angel. I did see that.
Didn't see that.
You didn't watch Charlie's Angel?
Mm-mm.
Neither of them?
Mm-mm.
Obviously, neither of them. I would hope you didn't see 2 before first one.
Would I have been able to follow it if I hadn't seen the first one?
Honestly, I don't remember.
There you go.
Who's
Who's your favorite character? Charlie? The Angels?
No idea. I have no idea.
Hilarious.
Oh, he's done so much voice work. I mean, anything you can name, he's been on it.
Good for him.
Captain Planet. I don't even know what this is. Superhuman Samurai Cyber something. God, this guy. Sonic the Hedgehog.
Ooh, who was he on Sonic?
King Acorn. Same. This name sounds familiar. This is on Aladdin. Amak Ra.
From what?
Aladdin, the TV show. Yeah.
I definitely watched that as a kid, but I don't remember a lot of it.
To be fair, back in the day, there were a lot of cartoons that I did not watch. I mean, cartoons were on. And there's a lot more TV shows now, but
yeah.
Back in the day, there were a lot of shows.
It was just like, it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, cartoons are on.
There were a lot. I mean, because I'm looking at these, and The Legend of Prince Valiant? I've never heard of that before. And this was like prime me watching, this is prime me watching. Yeah, Fern Gully. He was Hexus. He really didn't really do a lot of TV after Home Alone. He did a lot of voice work.
It's too big at that point. He's like, I don't want to overshadow anybody.
I guess. All right, I'm off this. Is it my like? I'm sorry. You're still talking about.
I think it's me now.
Yeah, it's you. Because I was talking about Christopher Lloyd.
My next like Colonel Gene Parmesan. Hilarious.
Colonel Gene Parmesan.
Because it's fucking Martin Mull and he's funny, and he gets a big bump up in that book from Arrested Development. But he's also funny in this movie. He plays like a disgraced military man who lost his mommy and daddy in the war, even though they're not dead. Hilarious.
That's so weird.
Hilarious. Just a fucking goon. And he was also just like staring down the maid's dress the whole movie, and until she got murdered, but because it was like him and Christopher Lloyd every time, like, oh, we should split up. Who's gonna go with her? I will. And then Mr. Green's like, I don't want to. Hilarious. But no, Gene Parmesan every time, because there's also a little nod to him through this and Arrested Development in either the first or second Michael Bay Ninja Turtles movie. Will Arnett's character eats a Parmesan and mustard sandwich. And that is a little Martin Mull tribute, which I think is hilarious and also sounds disgusting. Sounds like the saltiest thing you'd ever eat, like that shaker Parmesan cheese and just like yellow mustard on bread.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, why was I thinking chicken Parmesan? And
No,
mustard?
it's like just Parmesan cheese and yellow mustard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I thought he was great. He was just funny. Like, everybody in this movie was fucking hilarious.
Agreed.
And he was just good, man. He's like the first one to arrive, and him and Tim Curry were just like super fucking awkward around each other. And was it Madeline Kahn was the next one to show up, and she opens the door and he just like steps back and gets shut behind the fucking door in the library.
Yeah.
Hilarious. He's like, I can't take any more scares. At the end of the movie, and the chandelier falls behind him and explodes, and I thought he was gonna have a fucking heart attack. The first time I saw the movie, I was like, is he gonna die? Because he just like sits down and then isn't on screen for like a minute. I was like, did he die? Like 2 chandeliers almost fell on that man. This fucking
Hilarious.
Hilarious.
I agree. She was funny.
But yeah, he was my next one.
My next excuse me. Lightning for comedic effect. Every single time. Every single time the lightning, and then everybody screamed every single time. Miss Peacock, fucking Mrs. What was her name? White. Mm-hmm. Was that her name, Mrs. White?
Mm-hmm.
She screamed. Everybody, Yvette screamed. Everybody. I was just like,
Mr. Green was like fucking spilling his drinks on people and dropping shit every time. I'm accident prone. And then it happens again like 2 seconds later. He's like, sorry, I'm accident prone. I'm like, this is hilarious.
Just the lightning was just cracking me up. I was just like, and then that's the one thing with Christopher Lloyd, when he stops a car, lightning gets over the house. It's like, why'd you stop? It's like, car's frightening.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Stupid. Yeah, it's stupid.
But yeah, that's my next like. That's so funny.
My next one that I wrote was physical comedy. Mm-hmm. And the lightning could be part of that, but also just like people, every time someone's like, oh, ladies first, or no, after you, and then they both go at the same time and get stuck in a fucking doorway, or like,
mustard and
when they get stuck behind the bar, or fucking Mr. Green and Yvette going up the stairs to the attic, and he's basically just like, they're both like wedged in the fucking stairway, but they're walking up at the same time, and it looks like she's just getting carried up by him. Hilarious. They're looking for the secret passageways. Mrs. Scarlet opens up the freezer, and Martin Mull opens up the cabinet, and the fucking ironing board falls out and hits him in the head. I was like, that's a classic like Three Stooges gag right there. Hilarious.
Her boobs were physical comedy.
Jesus Christ. Let me tell you what wasn't in the board game that I received as a child. There were no big-titted French maids. And if there were, I don't know, I might have grown up to be like a detective or something, maybe. I don't know. I would have been detecting some shit all over the place. People would have been detecting things after the fact. But no, this movie did all kinds of goofy shit.
Miss Peacock getting slapped twice.
Miss Peacock getting the shit slapped out of her. Tim Curry stepping in the dog shit and wiping his shoes off on the thing outside, and then everyone like around him for the next like 10 minutes. Hilarious. Every time they were sitting at the dinner table and Yvette's putting something down over somebody's shoulder, and Christopher like just like leans into it every fucking time. I was like, man,
fucking chin was in her.
How many times did they have to reshoot that scene by his request just so they could get it just
Lost
right? I wasn't feeling it that time.
He lied.
Yeah.
Sorry. One more time.
Perfect. Oh, was it? Got to do it again. Sorry. One more.
Just can't seem to.
Just not in it today, guys. Keep trying though.
Just
keep trying. But no, like all that shit. When Yvette grabs the gun out of the cabinet and immediately just starts like fucking popping off shots. And who's down in front of the door? Is it Christopher Lloyd? Like, he fell down in front of the door. She fucking trips over him, shoots the chandelier. The rope starts fucking unraveling, and it's just like 30 seconds. You know someone's gonna probably get hit by it. Nobody gets hit by it, but it scares the shit out of everybody. And she like shoots the fucking door open, and Martin was like, I'm shot. I'm shot. Stop calling yourself a gunshot victim.
I really couldn't take it, but he kept calling himself a gunshot victim, so I think...
Yeah, Martin Mull couldn't find perfect C after that. But no, there's all that nonsense. When they all had their weapons, and then the lights went out, and you just hear like thumping and banging, and the fucking gun goes off, and Mr. Body's dead. And they go out to the next room, come back, and he's gone. They open up the fucking bathroom door, and he falls out, and then you see the candlestick sitting up above the door. And it's like, it's only a matter of time, and Tim Curry's standing there, he's like, I'm not shouting, and the thing fucking falls, hits him in the head.
So I never noticed why he fainted, because I was about to say, how did he faint? But yeah, okay, got you. Or how did he get knocked out?
Yeah. There was so much just like physical sight gags and shit in this movie. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, the fact that Mr. Body fell on Mrs. Peacock and she was just like,
yeah, like he's attacking her. He's attacking her. Where the fucking cook falls out of the freezer, and Mr. Green catches her. He's like, "Someone help me! Somebody help me!" And she's just like slowly falling while like an actual person is like on top of him. Hilarious. That this movie was irresponsible.
Irresponsible.
I love physical comedy. Three Stooges and all that shit back in the day always made me laugh. So like sight gags, physical comedy, all that shit's gonna make me laugh. So that was a big one for me.
That is fair. My next like?
Yes.
Mr. Body.
Mm-hmm.
His name was Body.
Mm-hmm.
He was a dead body.
Yeah.
I obviously I caught it.
Yeah.
But come on.
It's stupid.
It's dumb.
It's like call him Mr. Corpse or
Mr.
something. Mr.
A Knife. I was like, this is the funniest thing ever
there
because
was one of those in this movie too.
You don't even need a name. You just need Mr. Body. He's Mr. Body.
Mr. Body.
Yeah, you don't even need a name because the names aren't important. The real names aren't important because they aren't important. Yeah. You can be a colonel. We don't care. Is this about communism? It's a red herring.
Every time.
And then the funny thing is, do I even understand it? No. Because it's a red herring. And it doesn't matter. And I'm like, Every time I hear it, I'm like, okay. I remember this is the second time I watched this. And I was thinking like, okay. There's like, communism? It's a red herring. I was like, it is. Damn. I was like, why am I even thinking about this?
Yeah, because everyone's like shady thing was like somehow they were like tied to socialists or something. And they're like, communism is just a red herring, my dear. And I was like, yeah, because it's not that important to anybody.
Right. So, but yeah, it's funny. It's just funny to me. Mr. Body, the cook didn't have a name.
Nope.
Mr. Body, the police officer, just the stranded motorist, like the singing telegram.
God,
hilarious. By the way, the singer telegram reminds me of Parks and Rec. How's that go?
The horse one?
Yeah. I heard about your divorce, of course.
Nobody likes a divorce, of course. And I don't remember Leslie. And then Leslie sends him another one. He's like, oh, Leslie is sorry, of course. And he just like fucking closes the door on him or something. Oh.
Good times. I like singing telegrams. Don't ever give me one. I hate them. But if I see someone else get one, hilarious.
Does singing telegrams still exist? Did they ever really exist? I feel like that was just like a product of the film industry. I don't know.
I'm sure they exist.
I hope they don't anymore.
I'm sure they still do. If not, I got a business idea for you.
Is it someone who...
Killing...
I was going to say... Do I open the door with a gun like they did in this one?
What did you say? How did she start off?
Like, here I am, you're singing telegram, and then just bang, dead. Hilarious.
Stupid.
Yes.
But yeah, Mr. Body.
Yes. So that was actually
Boddy.
and that was actually one of my likes, was shooting a singing telegram, just because it
There you
was
go.
stupid and it didn't need to happen, but I loved it.
First off, the first time seeing it, jarring. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, this is dumb. Stupid. But that was my like.
But
Mission
continue. My next one was the back and forth dialogue between most of these characters, mostly with Tim Curry. Is there anyone else in the house? Yes. Wait. Yes, there is no one else in the house, or no, yes, there is no one else in the house. No. What? Yes. Yes, there isn't anyone else in the house. Which is it? They went back on that for like a minute. It was like who's on first with like a million other steps.
And I love Who's on First.
It was hilarious.
Who's on First is good. And that was also good. It's like, he already said it. No. I'm confused. Aren't we all?
Yeah. Yeah, anytime he starts telling like to make a long story short, too late.
Too late.
Every time. Every other time.
Too late.
Too late. Like everybody had something to say in this movie. Like I like that everyone in this movie had like some like witty dialogue at some point or another. No one except for the cook. Cook didn't speak at all. Even the fucking cop had lines.
My husband's lying on his back, doing nothing.
Yeah, because he's dead apparently. Hilarious.
What did she say about her husband? She said something else that was hilarious. She was making some good ones. Mrs. White.
Yeah, there was something. They were like, "Oh, like life after death." She's like, "That's about as likely as sex after marriage." And I was like, "That's
then she goes, "It's just like life after death. He died. I got a life."
Yeah, he's dead. Now I got a life. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, that's hilarious. And the old no sex after marriage thing is so classic. You know, every married couple hates each other. You gotta love it. I hope I don't get there someday.
It was so funny. I was like, yes.
Even the cop had lines when they fucking like Weekend at Bernie's like the whole other dead bodies like making out, or the one dude's drunk, and he's like,
drunk.
This is. I can explain. There's no need to explain. Are you sure? Yeah, there's nothing illegal going on. It isn't. It's a free country.
America.
He's allowed to have fun. Okay. Hilarious. This man's drunk. Dead drunk. Yes, he is. He's not driving home, is he? He's not driving home, officer.
We'll make sure you get a car.
We'll call him a car.
A long black car.
Yeah, limousine. Hilarious.
Long black.
Hilarious.
A long black car.
Yeah. Funny as shit.
Yeah, there was something else too, because Scarlett was so stupid. The stuff she was saying was so dumb. I was like, but it was funny. But she was like literally an idiot. Everything she said, I was like, ugh. I was like, okay. But she was funny though.
Mr. Green had a lot of good parts too. He was fucking funny.
Fair.
But no, that was my next one, which is like just the dialogue in general. I thought was very, very funny.
Witty.
Yes. Witty banter, but I liked it in this case.
Same. My next one was Wadsworth's wife's socialist friends. I thought that was so funny. That whole dialogue at that part was just so funny to me. I was like, oh no, what was her crime? She was a socialist. Oh. Yeah. Well, she wasn't a socialist. Her friends were. I was like, this is so stupid. This is the dumbest movie. Like,
well, wasn't that a thing like in the 80s though? Like everyone was afraid of communists. There was like the Cold War era type shit. Like that was the biggest.
In the 50s and the 80s. But yeah. No, it wasn't the 80s. It was the 50s.
Wasn't there something in the 80s though where like everyone was afraid of Russia?
Yeah, they were afraid of the Cold War. But
yeah, like Iron Curtain and all that shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But it was mostly the 50s though. Yeah. Because this was set in the 50s.
Yeah.
So,
in New England.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, everybody was like, oh, if you're a communist or a socialist, blah, blah, blah. And it was a whole thing.
It was the worst thing you could be.
And at this point, I mean, goddamn. I'd rather be a socialist than whatever they got going on now. So, but yeah.
And then a capitalist.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah.
Yeah, it was funny. He was like, "Yeah, my wife, they're socialist friends." Hilarious.
The shame.
So he was so sad.
Yeah.
Tim Curry is so funny.
Tim Curry could do anything,
honestly. But yeah, that was my last I wrote down.
I got like 2 more.
Okay.
Alternate endings.
Okay.
Hilarious. Because as everyone knows, this is based on a board game, and there was never a set like this person's always the killer. And so they just decided to like just go with that and did 3 different endings?
3.
One of them where Wadsworth was the killer and Mr. Green was a cop.
But that was the last one.
Yeah, but they had also all like everyone else was there for like killing somebody also. Like they each had a part in killing someone. But then Mr. Green shot Wadsworth and he's like, I'm gonna go home and sleep with my wife. Because the whole movie he's like, nope, you were gonna out me as a homosexual. Well, I'm gonna do it before you. And it never comes up again until this one alternate ending. He's like, I'm gonna go home and fuck my wife. But that's not what he says, but that's what he meant.
10.
Hilarious. And then the other one was what? Miss Scarlet was the killer? Or no, not Miss Scarlet. Mrs. White was the killer because she was like the Black Widow.
No, Miss Scarlet.
Was it? Oh, yes. Like they were, everyone.
Or no, was it Miss Scarlet?
No, it was Mrs. Peacock was one. Mrs. Peacock was one because like she had the gun in her purse. Yeah, it was Miss Scarlet in the first ending because she pulled the gun out of her purse.
Yep.
And the second one, Miss Peacock pulled it out of her purse. And then in the third one, they were like, well, you killed the cook, you killed Yvette, you killed the motorist.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill Tim Curry, but it's okay because I work for the government, and I'm gonna get off scot-free.
Well, he was actually Mr. Body.
Yeah.
And Mr. Body was really the butler.
Yeah. They did a little
switcheroo,
a little changing of the little turning of the tables, and
it's tables. They like turn to you.
Turn somehow. It seems so much smaller now. but no, all the alternate endings I thought was great, and it didn't need to be done, but they did it, and I liked it, and it gave Tim Curry just more time to just be a fucking goober and run around and do whatever he does, and like just say the same line like 3 fucking times, but it was funny each time. I liked it, and the fucking door-to-door Bible thumper turned out to be like working for the FBI, which I thought was hilarious.
The beatnik.
Yes, the beatnik that they slammed the door on him turned out to be a cop.
Said, Jesus is coming.
Yep. Oh, you're more right than you know, sir. And that was fucking hilarious. That was one of them. And my last one has to be for my wife. Madeline Kahn. Doing the old flames on the side of my face. Love it. I don't know why.
I don't
that line
get
fucking
it,
gets
but
me
it is
hilarious.
hilarious.
It's hilarious. It gets me every time, and Megan loves it.
I just don't understand, but it is
either.
funny.
But she's just like so fucking angry, I guess.
Why?
Flames.
It's like I just
Flames on the side of my face.
Like I don't even get it.
I don't know, but it gets
And
me
like,
every
have
time.
people parodied that like in other stuff?
Probably.
I feel like people have, and I just don't. I get it,
It's hilarious,
and
I
it
don't
is
know
funny,
why.
but I don't get
It
it.
gets me every time.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's funny, and it's almost like that's the only time she ever like. It's almost like she broke character almost.
Yeah,
and I'm like, okay,
because that's like the only emotion she shows like throughout the whole movie. It's just like she gets angry at the end. Aside from that, she's like, yeah, my husband's dead. I'm not, bitch.
same. Yeah. No, good showing.
Yes.
Any other likes that we didn't write down or mention?
Yes, I do have. Sorry, one more. I liked that as the movie went on, they cared less and less that people were getting murdered.
They were dropping people. They're like, no. The best part. Let me stop you right there. The best part. That's 6 murders. Things are getting serious now.
Now
Fuck
it's serious.
out of here.
And
Bad.
they just closed the door, left her on left the corpse on the front porch.
No, they brought her in. They're
they?
like, bring her
I
in.
thought they left her in
No,
there.
they dropped her ass. Remember?
Yeah,
they brought her in. They were like, bloop.
The cop was like standing there with blood on his head. They just looked in the doorway and kept walking.
The one that
Yvette's like choked out on the fucking table.
I think that's when they were just like, like waved at.
Yeah, they all was like, and just like walked out. The cop didn't even go in the room. They just looked in like, he did. They just didn't give a shit at a certain point. Hilarious.
That was hilarious.
I just thought it was so good.
Oh man.
But that's it. That's it for my likes.
Okay, any dislikes?
No.
I wasn't too sure, even on this viewing, about the 3 separate endings.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a dislike. I still wasn't sure until you said what you said. You said that there isn't an automatic killer every single time, so they took liberty with it, and that changed my mind. So I can deal with that. I can appreciate that, because you're right. There isn't a killer. There isn't a set killer every single time you play the game. So it can be a different killer every single time, and I'm okay with that now.
Yeah.
And the fact that at the end, everybody was a killer.
Yeah.
Everybody killed somebody. Even Mr. Green. He killed Watts. He killed Mr. Body. So, yeah. I'm okay with the multiple endings now.
Okay.
Because at first I wasn't. And then when I watched it this time, I was like, I don't know. I don't like it. But now, when you say it like that, it makes me change my opinion. So, yeah, okay. I'm cool with that. Let me think. Is there anything else? I feel like there was something else I might have disliked. Honestly, as a 1985 movie, I don't mind it as much because it's set in...
like 54, I think.
It's set in 54, and it's not necessarily reminiscent of 54, but it is. But it doesn't matter because the phones and the weapons don't necessarily matter. Like when I watch an old movie and it looks old, it's because it's like, oh, turn on the clicker. Click. Like,
World's got 2 buttons.
Yeah, like
on and off.
So even with the car, it's just like, oh, it's just a car, but it doesn't matter that it's not like a, Tesla or something. It doesn't matter that it's not like a robotic car because they're just driving to get to the point A to point B. So that doesn't matter, like it's not a stagecoach. You know what I mean? So it didn't really affect the movie for me like it would sometimes. So I was cool with it. And there wasn't a lot of, being that it was like a murder mystery suspense thriller, the thunder being not that great CG didn't really matter either because it was played for comedy.
Yeah. I think the fact that it was a comedy movie helped a lot because it was like supposed to be serious. Never would have. It would have been a comedy by default.
Exactly. 100%. Yes, I agree with that. That's actually, you're absolutely correct. So it's almost like Roger Rabbit. Yeah. Like being that it was a comedy, okay, we can let some things slide.
Yeah.
Whereas it's like, hey, you should watch this great movie that came out in 1929. No, I'm not. I'm not watching this serious ass movie that, no. Sorry. So that's cool. But I don't think I have any other dislikes though. Now that I think about it, I'm trying to think if I have any other ones. Why haven't they made another one?
I don't know.
I think they should.
Maybe they think people don't play Clue anymore.
That doesn't matter though, because especially with Knives Out and Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, like people like a good mystery.
Honestly,
I mean, fuck, what is it? Like those unsolved murders things. Like those are always all the rage nowadays. Like murder mystery anything, or like how they get away with it type shit is like super popular nowadays.
It's always been popular.
So you would think that it. I mean, that's also fair because there's always been shows about it. But like nowadays, it's like there's a podcast you cannot find a form of media where there's not like that.
That they don't have unsolved mysteries.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Like, why they could do another one,
and if they do it with the comedy aspect too, I'm here for it.
And I think they could, again, because of Knives Out.
Yeah.
Now, if they did it, if it's because of Knives Out, like if they're like, oh, we made Knives Out, and it is like, okay, cool, but make more.
Yeah, because Knives Out was like a fairly serious movie, but it was also fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it was so funny.
Like, I don't think it was definitely not marketed as a comedy, but it was hilarious. It was hilarious.
It was so funny.
Just because, like, this the off the wall
might
shit
watch
that
that.
people were saying to each other.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat 1 iota of shit.
1 iota of shit.
Iota of shit. Hilarious.
Eat shit.
Eat shit. Up your ass, Joni. Up my ass? Real nice. Real nice.
Yeah,
Get fucked.
The old Nazi boy masturbating in the bathroom.
Hilarious. Hilarious. Liberal snowflake, alt-right troll. Nazi boy masturbating in the bathroom.
I might watch that, honestly, because it seems like a good movie to watch right now.
But yeah, that's another movie. Have you seen Murder on the Orient Express?
No.
Great movie. Great fucking movie. It's Hercule Poirot. And he's kind of like Monk. He has to have everything like even. And there's a murder on the train. Johnny Depp, he gets murdered. And he has to solve it. And it's Ray. Who is it? Ray? Skywalker.
Oh, and say Leota?
No. Ray Skywalker. What's her name? Moneypenny from the new James Bond. Is Moneypenny the old lady or Q?
Q's the old man.
Q's the old man?
Q's the gadget guy.
Who's the old lady?
M?
M? Is that Moneypenny? Is that not Moneypenny?
No.
Okay, who's ever M is. I thought
Okay.
M was Moneypenny. I don't know. But M, whoever plays her.
I don't know who plays her in the new ones.
Dame Judi Dench.
She's still playing that role? Because I thought she was playing it in like the Pierce Brosnan ones.
No, she was definitely in the
Oh, okay.
with the old guy, Daniel Craig.
Yeah. Good for her.
What's his name? Daniel Craig?
Benoit Blanc.
Detective KFC? Yeah.
CSI KFC.
CSI KFC.
Nah, I'll say that's just Dan preposterous, boy.
Yeah. Who else is in that movie? Oh, not Gal. What's her name? What's his name? Josh Gad. The Spanish chick.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
Like the new one.
Yeah, there's only one. Oh no, that's not true. There's
2017.
It was made in the 50s.
Okay. Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
Penelope Cruz.
He made.
Willem Dafoe?
Oh yeah, William Dafoe.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Judi Dench.
William Dafoe. I forgot about him.
Okay.
William Dafoe.
Yeah, Daisy Ridley. Ray Skywalker Mysterio Jr.
I'm changing that to my Twitter name.
Ray Skywalker
I swear to
Mysterio
God, I'm
Jr.
changing it today.
Hilarious.
Tonight.
Don't they charge you money for that now?
I don't know.
Can you change it now?
Can I not?
I don't know.
There's some bullshit, Elon.
Well,
Who names their kid Elon? Who names their kid A+/A+? Fucking Elon.
billionaires, I guess. I don't know. I could never be one because I could never have a kid and give him a stupid fucking name, apparently.
That's the way you become a billionaire? Yo,
No,
Kenny.
I think that happens
Change
once
your
you...
name.
I think once you become a billionaire, you like just turn into a crazy person.
Yeah. Shout out to Kanye. But anyway, so Murder on the Orient Express. Then they came out with a new movie this year called Murder Over the Nile.
Death on the Nile?
Death, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
the one that has Gal Gadot in it, right?
Yeah. Gal Gadot. Yeah. That was a good movie too.
I didn't see that.
That was a good movie. So we can watch those. If you like a whodunit,
I'm down.
listen,
I'm
I
down.
like a good whodunit now.
I'm down. I don't have to necessarily try to guess it.
We can have mystery December.
Oh, fuck. Russell Brand is in it.
And which one?
Death on the Nile.
Yeah, but he's not Russell Brand. He's not the guy. He's not what you think.
I can put up with him.
He's not what you don't let him ruin the fun.
I'll put up with him.
No, don't let him ruin the fun, Chris.
I won't.
Don't let him ruin the fun. Listen, if I had to deal with who do I hate? If I had to deal with Harley Quinn, then you know what I'm saying? You can't let what's her name? Margot Robbie. Yeah. You can't let it work. You can't let it. You gotta be cool.
No, I don't hate him that much.
You gotta be cool.
Gotta be cool.
Yeah, you gotta be cool.
Gotta be pretty cool.
Exactly.
Pretty cool.
If you work here, the camera's gonna stick around because I'm liking this. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Hey guys, I'm gonna do Dylan. I'm gonna do Bob Dylan.
I said we got mystery December. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Just throwing it out there.
Let's do it. Death on the Nile, Murder on the Orient Express first. Then
Yes.
Death on the Nile. Okay. Yeah, I'm down.
This is the, sequels.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we finish it off with Glass Onion.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm setting it up right here. You feel what I'm saying? I'm
Yes.
just, I
like
do my
it.
thing. I do my thing. I do what I can.
I like this idea a lot, actually.
I'm trying.
Let's do it.
I'm trying out here. I just be out here trying.
I like this idea.
That's all.
I can get behind this.
That's what's up. All right, let's rate this son of a bitch.
Okay.
Clue.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go 4.
Same.
Not because I think I didn't have any dislikes. I love this movie.
Okay.
It's great. I don't often think about it that much. Like, I like it. Like, when I think about it, I'm like, yeah, Clue's good.
Fair.
But it's not a movie that I think of, like, all the time. Like, that's one of my favorite movies.
Right.
I can watch it anytime. Anytime, any day of the week, put it on. No. It's not like that. I really enjoy it. But it just doesn't have... I don't know. I don't know what they could have done different to make me think that about it. Like, just like, so good. Love that movie. In my top whatever movies.
I agree with you.
But I really enjoy it. It's I don't often think of it.
As I'm rewatching it, I agree. I'm like, okay, I could watch this again.
Yeah.
But when I'm thinking about movies to watch or rewatch, I don't think about it immediately.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I agree. Because I was definitely looking for movies to watch the other night. And I definitely wasn't thinking about Clue.
Yeah.
But I was like...
Well, I mean, we're going to watch it today, so...
Yeah, that was the reason why.
Yeah, that's gotta be it.
That's gotta be it. I was like, do I want to watch Batman? Do I want to watch Justice League? Or do I want to watch Endgame? I didn't watch any of them, actually.
I was at work the other night, and one of the people that works there was watching the first Avengers movie on her phone. And I was like, what are you watching? She's like, Avengers. And I was like, is it weird if I asked to watch it with you? Because like I was working, but she just had her phone. She's like, yeah, I'll turn it a little bit. And then she just like, you know what, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to put Endgame on instead. We had like an hour left of the shift. I was like, all right, yeah. It's your, like, you put on whatever you want, but like, you want to put Endgame on? I'm not going to complain.
If we only have an hour left.
You're not going to make any headway into this thing.
No, not even a little bit.
But I'm going to love it.
No, I'd be mad. I'd be pissed. How much left of Avengers did you have?
I don't know.
What part of Avengers did you have? What was it? You didn't see any of it.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it at that point. She's like, I'm watching Avengers, but I'm about to put something else on.
I would have cussed her out. Chris, I would have cussed her out.
On my phone.
No, even more so I would have cussed her out. Who do you think you are? Why do you think you can do this? If you don't start at them getting Natasha getting thrown off the bridge, off the what's her name?
Hell in a Cell.
Yeah. If you don't start there, don't start the movie. If you with an hour left, you can't even see the cat fight.
Yeah. There's an hour and a half tops left on the shift before we like actually start doing like end of the night shift.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you got to start. If we're talking about an hour left, you got to start there.
Yeah.
Because from that point,
You got to start at like Thanos' ship coming through the fucking time portal. I don't say at that point.
with an hour left, there.
Yeah.
Because, well, I mean, that's about 20 minutes in. Because to get to him holding Mjolnir, that's about 20
Yeah,
minutes.
that's what I'm saying. Like if you was, yeah.
That's about 20 minutes after he
yeah,
comes through.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you got to start at Avengers Assemble, but there's good shit before that.
Oh,
so,
wait,
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
But yeah, you got to start at her getting tossed
yeah.
to at least like, hey, I'm about to clock out. Let me see Cap hold this.
Yep.
Okay, all right.
Now I can go home.
Now I can go home happy.
Yes.
Yeah, now I'm home. I'm on, you know what? Let me pick some ice cream on the way home because it's a good day. Thank you. It's a good day now. Now I can see Cap be owed. Well, but no, I don't think exactly. I'd be pissed. I'd be mad. Now I'm mad. Now I'm upset.
I'm sorry.
You ruined my day.
I'm sorry.
I know. I would tell her, I'd be like, you ruined my day. Thank you. How do you feel? Because now I gotta watch.
Thanks for nothing.
Now I gotta watch. Hawkeye loses his family.
Yep.
It's the first thing I gotta see.
You gotta watch someone crying peanut butter sandwich.
I gotta watch Big Haircut argue with a raccoon.
Gotta see Ken Jeong watching a van on a security screen.
I gotta watch Paul Rudd cry into his daughter. God damn.
Different daughter. It's gonna be different again in the next one.
He's had 8 different daughters in like 3 years.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
She ruined my life. She ruined my life.
I'm sorry.
I don't even know her.
I'm sorry she did that to you.
Hope she gets fired.
No. No.
That
No. She's a good kid.
no, she's probably a nice person.
She's a good kid. No, she's a good kid.
Yeah, compared to something in your world, like kind of, stamp collecting or something. I don't know. Scrapbooking. No, I was okay. I'm a middle class fraud.
That's Pam being funny though.
Pam was hilarious
That's
enough.
Pam being funny.
She's only funny when she argues with Ryan
Okay.
because Ryan's a douchebag.
Ryan is fucking terrible.
That's it.
I'm a middle class fraud. That's hilarious. I'm a middle class fraud.
Don't argue about politics, guys.
So good.
All right. Let's see. That was Clue. Go get a clue.
Get a clue.
Little lady from Chris's work. Get a clue. Stop watching the Endgame with an hour left. Started at the beginning. Don't watch it for an hour because that's all the sad parts.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't have her roots dye. That shit was ugly.
Good to see Captain not moving on with his life. Very sad.
A Russo's brother trying to figure out who cried first, who cried at dessert.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. All the ships were in the dock.
There were whales.
There were whales in the dock.
Tell me silver lining, I'm gonna hit you in the head with a peanut butter sandwich. Stupid. Is anyone eating that sandwich? Hilarious. So, they had to set it up. And it was great.
Fair.
I'm Ant-Man. You want to take one with me? No. Yeah, they want one. They don't know who I am.
There's an Ant-Man. There's also a
They don't
Spider-Man.
know Ant-Man. Take the goddamn phone. I don't want it. I don't want the photo. Thanks. Thank you.
Hawk out.
Dab.
You know people don't like the Hawk.
Like now
Yeah.
that he's like what's Banner Hulk or Smart Hulk?
They call him what do we call him on the interwebs? I don't know, like Pussy Hawk or something.
To be fair, he was never my favorite character in the MCU to begin with, so I don't really care. I find him more not interesting now, but more just like he's not just there he is. Hulk, go kick his ass. Like he's like just a different character now. I can appreciate that.
I love him.
He's got a son now. He's got to start being more responsible.
I love Hawk. I love Hawk. I love his son. I love She-Hulk.
She-Hulk. That's a horse
Can
of a
get
different
it.
color. She-Hulk can get it. ever seen She-Hulk? They can get it.
That's what it really is. The incels on the internet just want to bang She-Hulk, and she's a cartoon, so they can't. And then they definitely can't get with Tatiana Maslany.
And they made a fucking character out of them by having the dude be like, "Oh yeah, She-Hulk, let's bang."
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you look like. Can you go? Do we try up on?
Glasses off, lights, glasses on.
I feel like there's still some light coming in from under the door. That's status.
Right.
Yeah.
Just get Job the third way out of it.
Way out of this. And do what? Risk another herpes outbreak with Kitty?
God damn it. I mean, on the nose.
They need to
on the nose.
They need to put him in one of those fucking movies. Get Will Arnett in the MCU, please. Disney,
That's
I know you're listening. Get him in there.
Just doing something.
Anything.
Just as Job.
Anything.
As Job.
Honestly, if She-Hulk takes another magician to court, it better be him.
That'd be hilarious.
It better be fucking Joe Bluth.
That's fair.
Come on.
All right.
I just want to hear Final Countdown playing in the fucking courtroom and him, the fan, blowing on him with that fucking handkerchief over his face. He got a knife in his teeth.
That's fair.
So good.
All right, let's get out of this episode. 4's all around.
Yes.
Go get a clue. Mystery December coming up.
It's starting out strong.
All right.
This is the 1st of December. We're doing it right. Let's do it.
Well, they won't hear this until later.
No, but we know.
No, we know. But either way. All right.
We know who did it.
This has been Keith.
And this has been Chris.
Hawk out. Listen to your mother.
Listen to your mothers. Hey, say hi to your mother for me.
How's your mother?
Don't make me come down there. Classic.
No returns.
So good.
I'm out.